excited are we for the coming days and weeks of practice and then eventually the competition?
Yeah, we're super excited to be heading back to the national championship. Obviously the team has had a great season so far. They've worked really, really hard. They have set their minds to being on that national stage, and to get there is such a big deal. It's such a big feat, and now we're ready to go compete. We're excited to be a part of the best in this last competition of the year.
Well, it hasn't been too long of a drought since you guys have been there. You guys were back there in 2024. What's the biggest difference that you've seen in the last 2 years?
Yeah. Well, obviously, it was a big deal getting back there in 2024. I was so proud of that team and what they did for this program. But I think the difference between the team this year and that team is we're a little more ready for the moment. We are not just interested in being there and showing up. We want to be prepared to compete, and so we want to put up a good fight and be there and really dial in those details on day one and show what we're capable of.
When you kind of look back on the whole season, what aspects to the performances that they put on do you feel like they've improved the most on?
Well, I think we've improved across the board on every event, whether it be mentally or score-wise across the whole season. That's really what the regular season is all about, is proving your consistency, gaining confidence, but also getting better from one week to the next. I feel like this team has done a really good job of that, and they've not let down. I mean, every week they come back in the gym just incredibly motivated to get better, to find ways to improve their score potential. That's been a really fun thing for me as a coach. So I feel like that's really led us to peak at the right time at the end of the season, which is what every coach wants to be able to do. We do as much planning as we can, but I'm really excited because I feel like they're really ready for this moment, and I can't wait to go out there and show off what we're capable of.
I guess this is kind of just maybe not such a simple question, but also at the same time of like, what's it going to take for them to get it done?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we got to be firing on all cylinders. We got to show up and start really strong. The good thing is we have the same rotation order that we had for both days at regionals. So we're starting on floor, ending on balance beam. That's a great rotation for us because we're strong on all four, but we're especially strong on beam and finishing on that last event. That's where we shine. So I'm excited about that. So we need to start strong. We need to be really detail-oriented, but most importantly, we just need to be ourselves. We need to be normal, not build up the moment too much. When we do that, we are truly at our best as a team. So that's going to be the messaging to the team, is just go out, be Arkansas, be ourselves, and do the gymnastics you're prepared to do.
You talked about the strength, or one of the team's strengths, being beam, and part of that's Jocelyn Robertson, who's a leader not only in the events but also off. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we always call the last person up on beam the anchor, and I love that word because you do need someone at the end of that lineup to really anchor all 6 routines and finish it out on a strong note. She does that job so well, but I credit all of our beam team members because every single part of the lineup, from the lead off to the second, third, fourth, fifth, and then the anchor, is so important, and we have to be able to carry on that confidence and that consistency throughout the whole lineup on that last event. So they're an incredible beam team. They have proved that all season, and we definitely saw that day 2 regionals when the meet was on the line.
Any other women that kind of stand out as leaders on this team?
Absolutely. I mean, we've got a whole team of leaders kind of in their own way, but really I think about our older ones, our seniors, people like Morgan Price, Hailey Klein, who's a junior, who's been competing the all-around all season long, has just been so rock steady for us. Frankie Price, Lauren Williams, some of these other names that you've been hearing for years, like they're just having great seasons and they're firing on all cylinders as well. So they're all leaders in their own way. Some are more vocal than others, but truly this has been such a cool team to coach because we have that maturity, we have those older ones with the experience, and we have a lot of young ones that are just hungry for this program to keep growing and to compete. So that kind of dual effect of the older ones and the younger ones has been really, really fun this year.
And then any kind of unsung heroes that you feel like don't get enough attention that you'd like to kind of almost shout out?
Yeah, I would absolutely say the unsung hero of this team is Hailey Klein. And I mentioned it earlier. Her level of consistency this year, you cannot put a value on that. It is so amazing what she has been able to do, and it's not always the flashiest score, but she's so steady. She goes up, we know she can hit, and as far as leaders go, she's the one teammate who's the first person in the building, prepared, ready for practice every day with such a great attitude, always going the extra mile, doing extra numbers, extra routines, inspiring her teammates. So what you're seeing, that consistency, that steadiness on the competition floor is absolutely a result of what she does day in and day out for her team and for her own self and confidence. So she's definitely the unsung hero of the team this year.
Oh, love that. And then just any message to the fan base, anything like that, because you guys aren't here, but
Yeah.
want the support, obviously.
Yeah, well, we're so grateful for our fan base, especially the way they showed up for us in our 5 home meets this season, especially the last one where we hit a program and SEC attendance record in Bud Walton Arena. And what I would want to say to the fan base is we're just 5 hours away down in Fort Worth. So if you can make the drive, our team really needs your support and your cheering. So come watch some exciting gymnastics, and you don't want to miss it.
You guys are just one of 8 teams that are left competing. Kind of what has it taken to get to this point in the season?
Yeah, a lot of hard work, a lot of resilience, and just like attacking adversity head on and just coming in each day fully committing to emptying our tank.
Coach was talking about how consistent you were for this team throughout the season. What goes into having those scores every week?
I feel like for me, just coming in every day, like doing what I know I need to do to be able to show up as my best, and just coming to practice with my best attitude and effort, and just having a lot of fun with this team and just working really hard.
What are some of the things that you feel like you've improved on so far, or throughout the season, I guess?
I feel like something that I've worked really hard on is my confidence, and I think throughout the whole season, it's definitely improved.
How have you done that?
I feel like just a lot of self-talk, like figuring out how to have more positive self-talk and being able to like have more of like a goldfish mindset, like being able to leave like turns that didn't go how I wanted in the past, and like be able to like reset my mindset quicker and like take the feedback on it, but like not dwell on like a bad turn, but like be able to take the positive turns and the turns that I've learned things from and move forwards.
What are some of the things that you and the team are working on getting ready for the championship?
Just continuing like to do what we've been doing. Like we built a lot of momentum throughout the season, and just having fun and continuing to like strive for excellence every single day. Not just perfection. I feel like we've been able to like separate the two of like we don't need to be perfect. We just need to be excellent, and like that doing our normal gymnastics is enough.
There's going to be a lot of nerves and built up energy when you guys get there and getting ready to perform. How do you kind of settle those and just have fun with your girls?
I feel like the energy that we create within our team is like super important for us. Like having fun, smiling, like just being really encouraging to each other helps us settle our nerves, and just like being able to know that like the nerves is like a good thing. Like it's excitement. Like in our brain it's the same. Nerves and excitement are the same, and so just being able to be aware of that, and just we've done the work, we've prepared, so just being able to trust our preparation.
And then a message to the fans.
Thank you guys so much for showing up and just being there for us. We really appreciate all of you, and go Hogs!
Perfect. I'm trying to think what else I have. Anybody that you would consider an unsung hero of this team? She said you, but I was wondering if you had
Oh my
any
gosh,
other.
that's so nice.
I wonder if you had any other.
Riley Jandorf. She just commits to bring her all every single day and just showing up for her team, and she brings so much energy, and like throughout the whole meet, like she is on the verge of like passing out with how loud and like cheering that she's bringing, and she just shows up and brings her best every single day.
And then, I don't remember if I already asked you this because I black out when I do this stuff. But in the coming days, what are some of the big focuses for this team?
I think the big focuses are just to continue to do what we do every single day, focus on the little details, and just having confidence that we've earned the right to go out there and compete fully, freely, and just have a lot of fun.
Does it help at all that you've competed against a number of these teams throughout the regular season already?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I feel like knowing that we know exactly where we're at, and like we are such a strong team that no matter who we're competing against, that we know that we're capable of greatness and excellence, and so just trusting that and just staying in our bubble.